Welcome back to the next session in our Sympathy Lab on the Sport and Outdoor Media Days. There are brands which do rumble and noise, and I'm so excited and curious on what happens now for the next minutes with Joe Nimble. My guests here in the studio, Sebastian Baer, you are owner and founder and CEO. Very warm welcome.
Thank you very much.
And Lee Saxby, you said you were a biomechanist.
I did, because it's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
I'm so curious, so before we start, it would be great to understand a little on your personality, like life path. What did you do before you do what you do now? And then in the next section, we will explain what Joe Nimble is. So,
cool.
First words to you, and thank you for being here.
All right. Well, I always did what I do now. Basically, I grew up selling shoes. I come from a family business, second generation shoemakers, and from childhood days on, I've been setting up booths at exhibitions, and I sold shoes all over the world, from Japan to America to Europe. And that's my passion, and my other passion is running. So basically, with the shoe that we are representing today, I put my passions together, which is shoes and running.
And
we
your
created
life, your life story.
Exactly, yeah. Summarized in just that.
Great that you can make it and tell the story here with us.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Me?
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm, as you said, Lee Saxby. And my history really is as a running coach, a running technique coach.
Okay.
And I was a big part of the natural running, barefoot running revolution. And that's actually how I met Sebastian. He came to one of my coaching workshops to learn the secrets of barefoot running. Yeah, so, and we got into discussions about actually most people aren't suited for barefoot running because they have this compromised foot structure. And yeah, we thought we need to combine forces and start to bring
a good plan, because you are really like noisy in a good way. Lots of rumors and innovation heritage, both mixed.
Yeah,
so the first thing I would love to understand is, where does the name come from?
Well, Joe Nimble is, you know, it's
you.
That's what a lot of people think. Yeah, no. Well, it's look, Joe Nimble is we've always been a company that is very personal to its customers, right? My parents, my mom, my dad, they always sold personally on trade shows. They were always there answering the phone, always in a personal manner. And we want to transfer that heritage into the new brand. And we weren't going to call it Sebastian Baer, so we said, okay, maybe there's a better name. And Nimble, with all the meaning behind it, you know, being nimble, being active, being, you know, dynamic, agile, all of that. We thought that's a very good characteristic
So Joe
of
Nimble does
what
not
we want to
really
do.
exist.
Well, maybe he does. You know, I don't want to lift the secret here, and but we'll find out eventually, I'm sure, right? But Joe Nimble is your, you know, your buddy, your go-to guy, your running partner. That's Joe Nimble.
Wonderful story. So let us find the way for technology, for what the main pillars for Joe Nimble are. Play us the complete picture based on the main pillars, and of course you brought some products with you, so guide us in your heads. What's going on?
Yeah,
what's going on, Joe?
What's going on, man? So basically, the story behind Joe Nimble is based on one core message, which my parents at the time, especially my father, pioneered, which is the concept of toe freedom, right? 40 years ago, nobody was interested in toe freedom. It only got popular over the last couple of years. But toe freedom means that instead of squeezing the toes in the front, like in 99% of all shoes, our shoes give the freedom to anchor and stabilize the toes in the forward motion. So you stand on a stable basis and the rest of your body can relax. Because when you stand on an unstable basis, you have to compensate that instability somewhere else in your body. And this is what we put into this shoe. The core concept of toe freedom, and we combined it with modern running shoe technology. And that basically for us is the concept of nature perfected, right?
So from the biomechanic point of view, you also brought some things which we whether know from university or doctor. So I think it has a sense that you brought that with you. Explain us.
Yeah, so as Sebastian said, I think the core message to runners is that if you want a lifetime of pain-free running, it all begins with a fully functional foot. And Mother Nature is a damn good engineer. She engineered the human foot to be this very efficient shock absorber and propulsive lever. And if you believe that Mother Nature's original blueprint is a good one, it becomes sort of fairly obvious that the ultimate running shoe should only enhance and support its function, not destroy it or just provide symptom relief. So this is what the shoe is based on, you know, the function of the human foot.
And having an audience which you might be new to, for a brief introduction of 3 to 5 sentences, who do you distribute to? How can people work with you? Give an active introduction for our bubble.
Yes.
Hopefully the biggest bubble.
At runabovereason.com, basically you can find our product right now online on a global level, because we're a direct-to-consumer company. But right now we're expanding into the wholesale industry. So, you know, there's a couple of Sport Check stores, 5 stores that carry us. There's more and more retail running-specific stores that are picking us up right now. On Sport Check, on the website, they carry our shoes. But the new shoe that we're launching right now, at this time, is only available on our website, the Ultreya. That's the new edition. We just launched it last week.
Is this the launch date here?
Yeah, basically. We launched it today, first time to the public. Last week was
exciting!
Yeah, it is, definitely. Last week was the online launch, and today is the first time we presented to the media.
Was there any feedback already?
Yes, very much so. I mean, we had one guy test it out, and he said, "I'm going to wear that immediately. I'm going for a run tomorrow morning." And you know, and the main point is this whole technology that we put into it. So apart from the natural aspect, you know, you have a PU foam with direct injection and dual density, right? So the technology behind it, you have a
Is that
soft,
the model you have with you?
Yes.
Yes.
So you have a soft cushioned landing, a smooth rolling, and a stable propulsive face, with direct injected PU foam as a midsole, and that combination of technology of 2 densities for the landing, for the cushioning, and then what you can pretty much see here is with the insole, this toe freedom shape that we have, which. Always, that's a key, that's never changed, that's never been changed for 40 years, which enhances that stable propulsive phase, which is so important in running.
And this is exactly, when we had our preparation, communication, it was, what do you do different with Joe Nimble? That's an interesting thing to sum up for this round, to make sure that the message is clear. What's the differentiation on a clear base?
Toe freedom.
Toe freedom, yeah. Nobody else does that, right? I mean, this concept of shoes that give the toes the ability to anchor, stabilize, and have a stable, guided, propulsive phase. Nobody else in the industry does that. And
with the combination of components, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Of course. This combination of technology is what is absolutely new. And we've worked on the heel design, we've worked on all the little, technology advantages.
Like we said, just respecting Mother Nature's design, the rounded heel, the fat pad, the wide toe box, to
that
make
makes
this
so
stable.
perfect sense. Great that you carried that.
Yeah, because that was the inspiration for the shoe.
And for the future months, is there something you want to share? You brought 2 other products with you. One is that what you're wearing, right?
Yeah, well, those are just 2 colorways, right? And they're still prototypes, there are small changes. But
and this is our version of a recovery sandal.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look at that, it has
How lightweight.
It has the usual cushioning you associate with the recovery sandal, but the USP, if you
is that new?
That's rather new. Yeah, it's news to the market still. Yeah, it's not launched today. It's been launched a couple of months ago, but it's fairly new. Yeah.
But the USP, the unique bit, is the section for the big toe. Right?
It's good way of presenting.
Yeah. So that's how we begin to rehabilitate the great toe.
Okay.
So it provides symptom relief and also addresses a long-term cause of most people's problems, which is this hallux winkle, hallux angle. I like the winkle, but yeah, the hallux angle.
Okay,
Right? So with this, with rehabilitating the stability of the big toe, especially for the runner, if you don't have that, right, if your big toe is moving to the inside, when you go into this propulsive phase, you tend to overpronate because there's nothing there to stabilize their
most of
foot.
the runners have that problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when that gets painful, they go the other way.
Yeah, and they
And it's
So
the other-
most
yeah.
problems actually can be traced back to the big toe.
right? And once you give it that room, and this is what the sandal does, and what the shoe promotes, the big toe is there. You can just propel straight on forward, and you have that dynamic, stable propulsion which the runner needs. We don't need any more, motion control or
Carbon fiber plates.
carbon fiber plates. All of that. That's all,
I could continue for hours. There will be hopefully some stages or
Definitely.
channels where we can discuss, because I will be very interested in sustainability and distribution ways. If you mentioned D2C, what's happened with supply chains, etc.
Good point.
We
Yep.
take this to another step for next time.
I'd
And
love to. Yeah.
It was a great pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much, Kim.
And
Thank
as
you.
I said, it's rumors like hell around you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for your time.